name is Michelle Odom, and I am one of the co-hosts along with Randie Henderson. This session runs from August 19th until October 14th, 2014, and we are reading Alice Walker's book, We Are the Ones We've Been Waiting For, Inner Light in a Time of Darkness, Meditation. Our book group meets each Tuesday evening from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Google Plus Hangouts on Air platform. You can find the National Black Feminist Book Group on Google, YouTube, and Facebook. Please feel free to join us in reading our story together.
My name is Georgette Moses. I'm watching I'm not watching, I'm participating here from Columbia, South Carolina. And I'll be moderating tonight, and I'm enjoying this experience as usual.
Great.
Labeeb.
I am Labeeb. I'm tuning in from New York, Long Island. Again, I'm finally back, and I'm happy to be back to participate in tonight's discussion.
Okay. Venita.
My name is Venita Walker. I've been a member of the book group since session 1, which was very stimulating. And I look forward to session 2. I'm actually chiming in from Connecticut, in case anybody's interested. Okay,
and last but not least, Michelle.
Hello, everybody. I am Michelle Odom, and I am joining you from New York. I'm in Manhattan today, in the Big Apple.
All right. Tonight we'll be discussing Chapter 2, Childhood, and Chapter 3, When Life Descends into the Pit, of our book, We Are the Ones We Have Been Waiting For, Inner Light in a Time of Darkness, Meditations, by Alice Walker. Can I get somebody to read 6 through 8?
I'll read 6, 7, and 8.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
We should free ourselves from the chains of patriarchal religions, such as puritanical Christianity, that continue to cause dysfunction in the father-daughter, male-female, and self-self relationships. Sexuality is not evil, but a mystery, a blessing, and a wise teacher of self. One second. Point number 7. Teachings of all traditions are available to us from other cultures that embody wise understandings of life passed on by earlier generations. The message of Wilma Mankiller, chief of the Cherokee Nation from the Onondaga, states, "Take care how you place your moccasins upon the earth. Step with care, for the faces of the future generations are looking up from the earth, waiting their turn for life." Point number 8. A Native American saying goes as follows: relative, shift your teepee. Mother Earth needs sunlight. Our heavy footprint is on the earth in the form of more homes and buildings than anyone can ever live in and enjoy. There is also the pressure of things, possessions that feed our hunger but starve the earth. Question. Ms. Walker admits that having grown up the child of very poor tenant farmers who never owned a permanent home caused an intense house hunger in her that she fed by owning several homes later in life. What is your hunger, and how are you feeding it?
Question?
Yep. Ooh, good question, Georgette. Georgette, I think you have been jipping us on your wisdom tonight. I think you should answer that question first.
Well, you know, when I read this chapter and the chapter before, a lot of the things that Ms. Walker said, I had to reread them because I wasn't sure, if I understood which way she was going with what she was saying. In the undercurrent, because she uses certain terminology that resonates with me, and the other things that, I'm interested in everything. I look at and read everything because I'm interested in finding the truth as much as I can. And I know that a lot of the things we read and what we've been told are really someone else's agenda to control us for whatever reason. So her lifting up of, the importance of the earth, and she doesn't exactly say it, but as an entity, as a being, and I'm not sure, whether or not she, I know she had mentioned in some interview I read that she was believed in some type of Buddhist meditations,
Yes.
but you can't really pin her down, which I think is good because religion in its various forms is really another control mechanism.
Yes.
And I think you have to be spiritual, and you have to find your connection to yourself and the other beings on this earth, whether they're human or animal, or, okay, insect if you want to go that far. I haven't gotten that far because the insects are busy eating my garden, so I'm not
Yes.
at that point yet.
There's a reason they call them bugs.
Yes. So she caused me to really reflect and try to put connect the dots to a lot of the things that I have been reading and watching. Some of the stuff I take in and I'll absorb it, and other stuff I'm not, whether it's true or not, I'm not ready for it at this point in time because it doesn't fit in my life. But um,
So are you saying you have a hunger for knowledge, a certain
yeah,
kind of knowledge?
yeah, I want to know, what our purpose is here. We can't have just been an accident. Each one of us has a purpose, and I'm kind of, going over to, the reincarnation thing, because I really don't believe death is the end. It can't possibly be, because you have, evidence of spirits of loved ones or whoever visiting live, their relatives. So that's not the end. So there has to be something more. And so that's my hunger, is knowledge, and trying to find the truth of, what are we? Are we light beings here encased in a physical shell? We're here to, or as some people way off on the left end are saying, we're the slave race of the gods. So I'm absorbing all of this information and trying to find, pick through it and find what my truth is. Harkening back to what Venita said, you have to find your own truth and what makes sense to you, and helps you through this journey, because it is a journey. And however it ends for you, if it ends, with this physical death, or if it carries on past that, you have to figure that out and hopefully learn something on the way. So that's how I'm feeding my hunger for knowledge.
Thank you. I'm laughing because Leah, who our backseat member, is talking over here talking about, what about you, Michelle? I don't know. That is a really hard question, and it just came to me to say that my hunger is for peace um, in my life, and because I've had a lot of things. Um, you know, I mean, I basically was born into a world where I literally had a silver spoon. And so I grew up with so much stuff. And I went through an experience a few years ago where I lost basically everything. Um, and so, you know, as she's in this chapter talking about the need to let go of possessions and all of that. Not that I was ever really a material person. I was just born into it. Um, but what I have really always wanted personally is peace. And I guess I would say I feed it, you know, kind of like Venita. I mean, I don't have a list and I'm checking it twice and, you know, I'm kicking you off at the end of the year.
Ow.
You know, I don't do that, but I have let go of a lot of people in recent years that were disturbing my peace. And so I think that I'm feeding that need in myself by clearing the space around me of people that disturb the peace.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds like a worthwhile activity.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Necessary.
Indeed.
That's a good question. I guess my answer would be pretty simple. I've always just had this thing where I've always felt like, and I've discussed it with Michelle, I've discussed so many things with Michelle, that I don't know, I used to think that maybe the people around me didn't understand me or allow me to be me, and maybe they were in the wrong space. But I feel sometimes maybe I was in the wrong space. I think my main hunger in life has always been just to be me, just to live in my truth, just to respect other people's truth, you know. And once you are able, and I'm able to do that, then I'm able to give so much more, you know. But unfortunately, and I should say unfortunately, and not so much as now, because I'm a new girl, but for many years I allowed other people to dictate my truth, to siphon me being me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, all that quest to be to have the people around me feel good about me.
You know, I remember years ago, before I had turned 40, watching an episode of Oprah and Camille Cosby talking about, they said that something happens to you between the ages of 40 and 42 where you become crystal clear about who you are and who you're meant to be, and you stop being fettered by, you know, all of that that holds you back. And I was so looking forward to turning 40 for that reason. It didn't really happen for me at 40. That's about the time I started having health problems, and that was another thing. But it hit me around 50. And it is such a good feeling to just know who you are, and you know what you will and will not do.
Yeah.
And to not be held back by people that, as you said, just don't understand you.
Yeah, well, and you know, that's what's so good about it. It's because I don't care. if you
Right.
understand me. I'm not trying to make you understand me. I'm not trying to analyze you. If you're not loving me, that's your issue. You need to go see somebody. Let's go back to the Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Really. I still lay down. I'm still feeling good. I'm going to be me. And as I was telling Randie, if I have to move you or a mountain to be me, then you shall be moved.
Mm.
And so shall that mountain. So
Yeah.
that's the good news about being 50 and over, is that I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? I really
Yes.
do not care. And it's not even open for discussion. I don't even want to know your opinion about how you feel about
It's none of my business. Right.
Go tell somebody that's interested. Really. So, that's the good news. Whereas before it's like, how does this person feel? Or I got to be this neutral and this, that. Yes means yes and no definitely means no.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not almost no gray areas. It's just no. And guess what? When you're younger, you have all this big explanation, all this colorful stuff that comes behind it, and now. When I say no, I don't expect to see you standing there anymore because there is no colorful explanation. I'm not trying to find one. If I have one, you're still not getting it. The answer is no. With a smile, no.
Right.
Oh,
Write this down, girl. Write all this down. Take notes. You have a lot to look forward to, and you're moving. You're moving.
Are we moving on tonight?
okay. Well, Randie, did you want to answer that question, or you have something to say?
Well, all of mine was, well, Michelle said one piece. They all, I'm gonna say all three, but then they all come down to one thing. So it's peace. I think that was when you were talking. I was saying joy, understanding, and so that comes into being comfortable. I hunger for being comfortable, and I feel like I have so much resentment towards people who are like, get out of your comfort zone. But as a black woman, I am always uncomfortable. I am always uncomfortable. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a space and a haven where you are just comfortable and you have bliss, grace, and all those beautiful, deep things. You can still, experience complexities and still be comfortable. And so how do I feed that hunger? I just stay around people who bring me peace, who bring me joy, who make me comfortable. I don't have to act like Venita. You don't have to be who you aren't. I don't have to guess about what you're thinking. It's just, you don't really get that everywhere else. You just don't. And we all know that. I really hunger for comfort, for being safe, feeling safe, feeling where I'm at. So.
Cool.
Well, you're safe with us, Randie.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. I just know.
You're safe. You can always come here. That's right. Well, yeah, that's the comfort I feel with my best friend. Michelle and I've been friends for something too long time. And that's my comfort zone. I'm who I am, and she's who she is, and we call it like we see it, and see it like we call it, and everything is okay.
Oh.